5:30 in the morning. Let's go, everybody. All right. Here it is. Another morning edition of Monday Motivation. All right. Now, will it be available to all members of the channel before I put it out to the masses? But hey, I'm here to help the members, and I'm here to help everybody else out there. This is important work that we're doing. Look, I know a lot of the people that watch this channel, are our age, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little bit older. And there are a few young people that tune in because we have an important message. And that is the most important thing. Here's the deal, man. It doesn't matter how old you are. This lesson can help anybody out there. Put aside the distractions in life. Put aside the things that are keeping you from your purpose in life. And let's get to work. Get to bed early every night if you can. Look, I get it. If you got to play gigs, you're going to be out in that world. And, that's a whole nother ball game. But if you can stay focused, if you can not follow and fall in some of the traps that us old geezers did back in the day, this can help you as well. Now, I watched a recent video from Tim Avon, who is a young YouTube guitar player based out of Nashville, and he was describing his youth and being in Nashville and playing gigs, and all of a sudden there's girls wanting to hang out, and people are buying him beers, and people are buying him shots. And look, that is a reality of this business. That is a reality that you're going to be working, very close to these things. And you think, man, how can I avoid these pitfalls? Because look, you know what? Yeah, you could meet your wife on a gig, and you could meet a very nice person. But you know what? Most of the people that you're going to meet in bars, you're not going to end up shacking up with and being with the rest of your life. So, stop and think when you're in these situations. Is this somebody that I want to be with for many nights? Or is this somebody that's just going to be for tonight? Qualify people in your life. When you're joining a band, right? Qualify the band. Make sure they're playing the type of music that you want to play. Make sure they're the type of people that you want to spend time with. Because being in a band is also like a marriage. Qualify these girls. I know it sounds crazy, but man, think about it. I would always sort of ask questions. You get when you're in these bars, right? And you get girls who will literally just pull you by the hand and go, "Come on, let's go. Let's go." And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Now, for me, after I finished a gig, I would want to have a couple of beers and unwind and try to figure out what's going on and who everybody is, and talk to my friends and all of that sort of stuff. And man, you would get people that will pull you into crazy situations. I've talked about it on my channel. There's a video talking about the what was it? Shampoo model. It's an older video on my channel, but man, you get pulled into situations that can lead you to crazy town, right? And look, man, you've got to learn to qualify these people. You've got to learn to try to, you don't have to drink if you're in a bar. Here's the deal, man. The Wooten brothers are good friends of mine. None of them drink. None of them do any partying. And they've continued on that path because people told them that they couldn't do it. People told Reggie Wooten, oh, it's unavoidable. So you just need to educate yourself. It's like, What do you mean it's unavoidable? And look, man, the pitfalls in life are there. The pitfalls are there. The things that can bring you down, the things that stop you from achieving your goals. Here it is. It's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm up talking to everybody out here because this is now my goal, to get everybody on the right track. And look, man, you know what? Everybody's in a different place. Like I said, there's different people that are in different places, that are watching these videos. And I appreciate everybody that tunes in, because what we're doing here is we're building a community. And, man, I love hearing from everybody. I love reading the comments and stuff. And, even sometimes I'm inspired by the trolls. And you know what? That's just the way it is, man. We're riffing on life. We are riffing on life. And, think about that, man. Improvising, writing music, being creative. It's all part of the creative process. And there are things that can distract you from that, and things that can keep you from achieving your goals. And, it's the same thing for us old guys, man. When I was interviewing, Richard Smith, my old, guitar teacher at GIT, he was telling me about some of his, comrades, in the teaching business, in the music teaching business, and that they had retired and it did not go well. They retired. They thought, oh, now it's time to do nothing. Now I can just drink whenever I want. And you know what, man? That's a path you could take. But, man, I think it's important each day to get up and have a purpose, to have a reason for living. And let's make that a positive thing, right? Doesn't have to be something that destroys you every day. It doesn't have to be something that's going to bring you down. Figure out something positive that you can do with your life, especially if you're on the back nine like me and a lot of the people that watch these videos, especially if your time is getting shorter, especially if the wick on the candle is getting down close to the end. It's time to finish strong in life, man. It's time to do the right things. It's time to help people. It's time to achieve goals that we set for ourselves. And I'm inspired every day by the great people that watch this channel. I'm inspired by you, and I'm hoping that what I do here inspires everybody out there. Look, it's 5:30 in the morning. Doesn't matter. The dog wanted to get up. Here I am standing out here in the cold. It doesn't matter. I don't care that I don't have a jacket. I don't care that, it's a little bit cool and Ace is over there eating wood chips. That's just life, man. But we're here living it. I'm here for everybody. You know what? If anybody has any questions or anything, I try to respond to every comment. It's getting harder as the channel builds, but you'll notice, man, I really, especially if somebody's really writing a heartfelt response with a lot of thought to it, I really try to respond to everybody. This has become my mission. This has become my goal. Look, I started this channel with 300 or 400 subscribers, a channel that I'd had for probably 16 or 17 years. And to take that to where it is now, we are on the way to 15K. We are on the way to 15K. And I'd like to think that we will get there quickly. But you know what? Doesn't matter if it takes a month, it takes 2 months, or if it takes 1 week, or if it takes 1 day. We're going to get there. And that's the most important thing. We have to stay on the path of positivity. And I say this all the time, but it is so very true. Work towards your goals every day. Get up. Look, you know what? If you had to stay up late last night because you were working on music and you get up later, then that's your body clock. I get it. But man, I've got a family to take care of each day. And so my time to be able to do this important work, this very important work to me, and the work that helps everybody out there, my time to do it is early in the morning. So I'm taking advantage of this time. I'm taking advantage that my family's sleeping, in the house there. And me and Ace can come out here and I can get my message out to everybody. Man, it's important work that we're doing here. And I thank everybody that supports the channel. I thank all of the members. I thank all of my guys that, monitor the channel and help Paul, Mike H., Dave, everybody that chips in and helps and supports this channel. Man, it means the world to me because we're going against the odds. Nobody would tell you. People tell me every day, oh, man, you need to get a regular job and you need to do this and you need to do that, man. People have been telling me what to do my entire life. I never listened to them. Would somebody tell me when I was 37 years old, playing and living in a 800 square foot house with people who told me, oh, you need to keep going, bro. Keep going, doing what you're doing. No, everybody would have said, man, why don't you, you still got time. Why don't you, go do this or go do that? And look, man, I stayed on the path. The path was rocky at times. I went through some hard times. I had some tough lessons to learn, knuckle-headed lessons to learn. And, man, I stayed on the path and I fought to get what I got in life. I fought to get those plaques that I have on the wall in my main studio room. I fought hard for that, dude. 57 years to get a platinum plaque. 57 years, 40 years, 57 years old I was. It took 40 years of playing in the music business to get a trophy on the wall. But that's all it is. That's all it is, a trophy. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't guarantee me anything. It's not getting my phone to ring, especially that I'm down here in Florida. And that is the reality. And that is why I'm going to continue my motivation, because I can get this message out to everybody. Don't quit. You've got plenty of fight left in you. It doesn't matter how old you are. I want everybody out there to stay motivated. I want everybody to get up each day with a purpose. I want everybody to take advantage of the time you have in life and make the best of each and every day. That's powerful stuff, man. Powerful stuff. You have great power. You have great power of mind, your heart, your soul. You can be a positive light in this world. And this is the most important thing that I'm ever going to do in my life. None of that other music nonsense. That was all nonsense. It was all a big illusion. Here is something tangible. Here is something that you can go back. If this video motivates you, then watch it several times today. If this video inspires you, watch it all day. Make it your mantra that you are going to do positive things today. You are going to achieve greatness. You are going to be the master of your destiny, because you can achieve great things. And that, my friends, is what it's all about.